What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to RGF Media. I'm Rob. A bit of the Monday blues today. It was reported earlier that Mike Evans, presumably free agent wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has re-signed with Tampa Bay for a 2-year, $52 million contract with $35 million guaranteed, effectively making it a 2-year contract, allowing them to follow through for the whole 2 years. Look, where did the Jets go from here? T. Higgins now gone. Mike Evans now gone. Michael Pittman expected to resign or be tagged or whatever with the Indianapolis Colts. Really leaving Calvin Ridley as the big dog at wide receiver, barring any available trades or anything like that. It's going to be tougher now for the New York Jets. I think the hopes of getting that big name free agent or that big name acquisition at wide receiver is kind of all but foregone at this point. Because look, there are teams that are going to be competing next year for the playoffs, for Super Bowl, that do need wide receiver help. You have Kansas City. You have Baltimore. You have a bunch of teams that are going to be needing wide receivers. Houston, and with really only one big name left, it's going to turn into a bidding war. And the question is, do you want to pay 20, 22, 23 million dollars for Calvin Ridley, or would you rather go the route of getting some mid-tier guys like a Tyler Boyd or Curtis Samuel, something along those lines? Those are two of the names that have been kind of thrown around more. To me, I would rather go that route, getting the mid-tier guys instead of really overspending on a guy like Calvin Ridley, especially when you have so many other holes to fill. And really, your resources this year aren't what they have been in the past. You don't have 100 draft picks. You don't have multiple picks in the top 50 or top 60 or whatever it may be. Your cap space is more limited with more holes to fill, and questions of Bryce Huff. Do you bring him back? On how much do you bring him back? It's going to be tough. This definitely made it tougher, and it's funny because I finally put out a positive video yesterday, saying Mike Evans makes a lot of sense for the New York Jets, and the New York Jets should go get him. But he's off the market now, and really, this is where I've been saying Joe Douglas really has to be creative. Again, I wouldn't go out of my way to really overpay, largely overpay for someone like Calvin Ridley, who has been a very good receiver, but consistency-wise and the suspension, do you really consider him to be a number one option, or are you more comfortable with going around getting capable bodied individuals to spread the ball around? And again, I think I'd rather just go that route, especially with the needs on the offensive line now. So I think the draft strategy really is going to be might turn towards more getting that big name receiver or playmaker in the draft at number 10, or possibly trading back. I think trading back is an even bigger option now. Now that they're going to look for a wide receiver, trading back, getting that a second round pick in return, and going from there, especially with it being such a tackle heavy and receiver heavy, playmaker heavy class. But yeah, for sure, this definitely throws a wrench in what the Jets might have wanted to do. Joe Douglas came out at the combine and said, this is a great draft for tackles, wide receivers, and quarterbacks, however you want to interpret that. I would bet 99.9999% that they're not taking a wide receiver first round pick, whether they stay at 10 or trade back. But yeah, so what do you think happens next? Where do you think the Jets kind of shift to? Would you pay that big money for someone like a Calvin Ridley, who's proven at times, okay, they can be a number one option, but again, consistency and just, the off-the-field issues that he had, which I really don't think is going to be an issue anymore. But, I mean, do you pay him the money like you would a Michael Evans or something like that? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I create a new video. And until then, let's go Jets.